Okay, let's roll into our race-winning team for today's 7th annual Busch Supermarkets 200 NASCAR Nationwide Series race here at Phoenix International Raceway. And our race winner is Kyle Busch. He drove the number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota, along with his crew chief. Joins him as Jason Ratcliff. Just a couple of notes about the victory today. For Kyle, it's his 44th NASCAR Nationwide Series victory. His second consecutive perfect 150.0 driver rating. Last night he had one too. And my math serves me correct. This is his 88th National Series win, which puts him 4th place all time in the history of NASCAR. Kyle, your car out there today was extremely strong. Carl battled you down there towards the end, but you had to feel really good about the performance of the 18 Toyota today.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I felt good about it when we unloaded. The car was really good. Jason and the guys did a nice job bringing a well-prepared race car to the racetrack to begin with, so we didn't have a whole lot to do. But we made a little bit of changes and made a little bit of gains with it there yesterday through practice, and then the car was really fast. So it seemed like it had really, really good speed there for the first little bit, especially after restarts and stuff like that. But the more the race went on and the more Carl got better and was able to hang with us there, kind of worried us a bit, and so we wanted to make a change that we felt like would better ourselves and make the car a little bit more comfortable to drive through turns 3 and 4, but we're unsure about why it went kind of the wrong way, so we'll work on that and figure that out as to why, but I wanted to say that we'll figure it out for next time we come back, but next time we come back it's going to be a completely different racetrack, so we'll work on it and see if we can't figure out some better ideas for going forward.
Jason, talk about the performance of the team today. Certainly flawless on pit road, and every call that you guys made seemed to work.
Yeah, it was. Like Kyle said, when we unloaded, we had a fast race car, and just all the guys at Joe Gibbs Racing have been working extremely hard this winter. And our 4 races last year with this new car weren't terrible, but they weren't spectacular, weren't what we needed. And the guys really dug their heels in and worked hard over the winter. So it was fun to unload and have a fast race car. The pit crew was flawless. Kyle did a good job in qualifying to get us that number 1 pit stall. That's always a bonus here because track position is so important. But the pit crew did a nice job all day. The adjustments were going our way. Once again, this is the second time now I've made this particular adjustment on this new car, and it has done exactly the opposite of what I thought it would do. We did it last year at Charlotte, had a good race car, made an adjustment, and adjusted right out of the ballpark. So we're learning. Good race car. Kyle did a nice job all day, obviously, and we'll just take that and go to Vegas.
Another stat of note, I'm told that on pit road, the 18 car was 3 seconds faster today than the 60 car on pit road today, so it's a big difference. So we'll take questions now for Kyle and Jason. I believe Lee has one, and then we'll go back to Michael.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Did you have any idea what you're about to do as far as going to being the first guy to go flag to flag since 2003? Because I told your mom what you were about ready to accomplish, 10 laps to go, and she just started bawling. So, I mean, do you kind of did you guys understand what you were getting ready to do?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that, after the first run, it was such a long run that nobody stayed out, and then the second run, it was such a long run, everybody pitted again, same thing. So I'm like, man, so far I've led every lap of this thing, and it came down towards the end of the race there, and Carl was alongside of me, and we were racing really hard, and he was trying to pass me, and I was like, man, just beat him back to the start-finish line. Man, just beat him back to the start-finish line. I was trying to hold on for as long as I could, and finally it seemed like it was about 15 laps or so that his stuff would just start falling off enough where we could start clicking back away, get away from him a little bit. So I knew if I could just make it to that threshold that I thought we'd be okay. So fortunately we got there, and when it came down to the end of the race, I knew it was every lap. So it was pretty cool. I love doing that stuff. I love being where you're the guy to beat. And I wish it'd be tomorrow. That'd be an awfully boring race probably, but hopefully there's still enough going on behind us that there's plenty of action there. But all in all, I forgot where I was going. I was going to say something about the last time I remembered. I didn't remember Dale Jr.'s deal, but the last time I remembered was Jeff Burton at New Hampshire did it. So that was the last time I remembered in a Cup car.
Yeah, today was any national series since 2003. Other questions? Michael Knight.
Michael Knight, Arizona Republic. Kyle, you did the triple at Bristol last August. You have a chance to do it here tomorrow. Do you feel confident that you can? Do you have the car to do it?
Yeah, I feel like the car's pretty good. You know, the guys, again, the guys on the Cup side with Dave and everybody, they brought a really good combos Camry to the racetrack. It's been fast since we've been here. We've made some changes that, again, you know, they're some are for the better, some are for the worse. So we're kind of trying to decipher what changes to make for tomorrow since we didn't have practice today. But you know, we feel pretty good about it. It's going to be a tough race. I mean, again, the competition's steeper. There's a lot more competitive cars, and we qualified fourth, so we feel like we've got a good starting spot. And you know, you never know. You just have to play it by ear. You got to play the whole race. Something could happen to the front runners or somebody in front of you. But we ran real well here last fall. I think we finished third, or we were running third behind Carl and Denny. And then Denny and I, we both had to stop for fuel. But you know, the spring race, we were leading, led the most laps, I think. Should have won it and had a caution. And then Newman ended up picking up the win. So we've been faster the last few times in Phoenix with the Cup cars, and you know, I suspect tomorrow could be some of the same.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Jeff Gluck from SBNation.com. Kyle, since you led every lap today, do you consider this a perfect race for yourself? And if not, what is a perfect race to you?
It would seem as though it was a perfect race, but unfortunately, no, it's not. There's some mistakes made on my part. I mean, you're going to have little mistakes, missing a line or doing this or doing that throughout the event. But you know, I think everything went well with Jason and I. I mean, the conversations we had, the talks that we were talking about, the adjustments and everything that we tried to make, you know, our thought processes were that it was going to be the right decisions, and so that's why we did them. But you know, I don't know that the adjustment there at the end of the race was good. And there was a couple times that I slipped and kind of screwed up that really got Carl closer to me and then got him on the inside of me. So I was trying like heck to keep him off of me, but you know, I did rebound from those, so you could say that you made up a little bit for what you lost. But all in all, it was a really, really good day, and you know, it's not that far from perfect. Yeah. Probably not.
Go ahead, Jim.
Jim Noble, PRN Sirius for Jason. What's it like trying to make changes on a car?
See, I'm not perfect, is what I'm saying. I'm not, okay? So, all right, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to know what is it like to have to make changes on a car that's led every lap? It's almost like there's nowhere to go but downhill sometimes.
Well, you know, we're obviously listening to our competitors and watching what they're doing and how they're gaining through the race. And I knew this 60 car and Mike Beam and those guys were adjusting on their car and making it better. And their car was lasting longer, staying closer to us longer throughout the run. So I felt like if we got, you know, complacent or didn't work on our car, that exactly what happened was going to happen. So you know, you can't sit back on it. It is tough because you're so concerned about, am I going to take a really good race car and mess it up? But at the same time, you know, you rather lose because you swung for the fence than lose because you sat back and didn't do anything. So we kept working on it, and I thought, you know, like Kyle said, half of the adjustments were correct and half of them were wrong, but that's how we learn. So we learned a lot today about what not to do and what to do, and thankfully there at the end it worked out for us.
Go ahead, Reed.
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Kyle, Carl said at one point when you guys were racing side by side, he considered giving you a bump, and then thought better of it because it's early in the year.
I was going to say it's early in the year. That's why. If it was a fall Phoenix race, I'd be backed in right now.
But you know, he was enjoying racing you so much. You were giving each other room. It was such good racing that he didn't want to spoil it by hitting. Were you surprised you didn't get one, or?
No, I mean, if you asked him the right question, he'd probably say he owes me one. But did he? All right, so I guess I still owed one. I thought we'd be over that by now, but you know, Carl, you never know with him, and you know, he can surprise you sometimes. But with both of us having a really good day like that, you know, it's probably not necessarily worth it, and especially if it comes down to a time where the chase is coming near and you're close and not yet in, or if it's a championship time and you have got a shot for the championship or you don't. You know, he'll save it, but it's like an elephant. We all never forget. So I loved racing with Carl, and always have, and you know, today was no different. So I felt confident that we could race each other hard, race each other clean. I tried to give him room and make sure that I gave him room, and he did a nice job at holding his line and everything. So there was a couple times he got right up underneath the back of me, and I wasn't sure how close he was, but I couldn't feel the back end of the car at all. I was just trying to steer it out and you know, get through the loose condition that he was causing me. But I don't think he ever touched me, so it was good. I appreciated it. I'd let him know. I told him. Well, I didn't tell him, but I kind of gestured to him, so I think he gets the idea.
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Genesis Short from skirtsandscuffs.com. My question is, it goes back to something about that Jeff brought up, talking about how you don't actually consider this to be a perfect race, but you led every lap and you were the fastest on pit road. So, I mean, this is for both of you. I'm sorry, I should have specified that. But, I mean, if these are the kind of standards that you're setting for yourself, I mean, what would you consider to be the most perfect race? You know, what are the kind of standards that you look at when you look at a race like this?
I don't know. I mean, to me, yeah, no doubt, it was a really, really good day, and it seemed like it was a perfect day, leading all the laps, being really good on pit road, beating everybody off pit road. It was the perfect race, I guess, but in your eyes, you know, you still see some things that you didn't do exactly the way you should have, although they did turn out for the best. But, you know, for instance, if that last change that we made didn't turn out for the best and we finished second, then we'd be talking a different story here. But, you know, so that was kind of a thing that wasn't necessarily perfect. But overall, it all turned out. We had a really good car, and I don't think perfection means anything in this sport. I think it's just all about reaching your potential. I think we definitely reached our potential today. I don't think we gave up anything in that regard. The guys on pit road were flawless. The car was really good. I did a nice job. Jason did a nice job with calls. So, you know, we all reached our potential today, but I think perfection is something that's beyond what you look at.
Any questions downstairs?
No questions downstairs.
Okay, anybody else up here?
Oh, I don't even have a comeback for that, man. Sorry, Gluck.
Okay, Kyle, Jason, congratulations on just a terrific effort, and Kyle, good luck tomorrow.